Hello students, welcome to the second lecture on the lecture series on mixture and alligation. So in this previous lecture, we have covered all the basic kind of concepts and types of problems that are usually being involved in various competitive exams. So this lecture, what we will do is, we'll cover some exercise problems. Why? In order to sharpen all those concepts that we have learned, what we need to do, we need to practice some problems that are based on that kind of concepts. So we'll do in this lecture so exactly that. Okay. So let's start this lecture and do some exercise problems. So this is the second lecture in this lecture series on mixture and alligation. Okay, and we'll be covering exercise problems. So let's see problem number 1. So Sonia mixes 4 liters of water with 6 liters of apple juice. Okay, so here you can see that there are two variety of things or materials that are usually being mixed, that is water and apple juice. Okay, these are two different things. So how much of pure apple juice and how much of water? 4 liters of pure water. So this is pure water. So pure. Okay, and pure 4 liter, and apple juice is 6 pure. Okay, pure 6 liter. So it is pure 6 liter. Okay, so it tells us that what is the ratio of water to apple juice in the mixture. Okay, so the ratio of water, so ratio of water is to apple juice is 2. So water is to apple juice is equal to what? Water by apple juice, apple juice. So it is equal to what? So it is equal to 4 by 6. So simplifying it, 2 into 2 by 2 into 3, right? So it will be equal to cancelling it 2 from numerator and denominator. What we are left with is 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 will be the correct answer. So this is the correct answer. So we have derived the answer right here. So let's see the step-by-step solution. So step 1, what we need to do is understand the question. How? Because there are two kind of materials that are usually mixed here. Okay, so Sonia mixed some water and apple juice. So we need to find out how many parts of water are there for every part of apple juice. Okay, so writing down their amounts, that is 4 liter for water, 6 liter for apple juice. Finding out the ratio. Ratio is equal to what? Water by apple juice, right? So it will be 4 by 6. So simplifying it, 2 into 2 by 2 into 3. So cancelling a 2 from numerator and denominator, what we are left with is 2 by 3. Okay, so 2 by 3 will be the answer. Let's go forward with the step number 4. So simplifying the ratio, that is 4. Since what? GCD of 4 and 6 is what? 2. So GCD of 4 and 6 is equal to 2. That is why we can also divide what? 4 with 2 and divide 6 with 2. So what will be left with is 2 by 3, right? So same answer. So the ratio of apple water to apple juice is this 2:3. So let's go forward with problem number 2. So Ravi has 2 jars. Okay, so he has 2 jars. Okay, so Ravi has jar 1, J1, and jar 2, right? That is J2. Okay, so the first jar contains a solution made up of 40% alcohol, and the second jar contains a solution made up of 70% alcohol. Okay, so the first jar contains a solution made up of 40% alcohol, and second jar contains a solution of, so this contains what? 40% alcohol concentration, and this contains 70% alcohol concentration. So what we have two different jars with two different concentration of alcohols. Okay, so what we want to do is, if he mixes these jars together to get a 10 liter solution with 50% alcohol. Okay, so how many liters did he take from each jar? Okay, so let this jar have what? X liters, and this jar have 10 minus whatever liter it have. Okay, let's say he took what? X liters from this jar, so there is another jar. So let's say this is the jar 3. Okay, here what he will do is, he will try to mix these stuffs, okay, with these ones. Okay, so I am denoting with round circles for 70% alcohol solution concentration and 40% alcohol concentration with crosses. Okay, so here we have this ones. Okay, so this kind of mixture is there in J3. So what he does is he takes x liters from here, so x liter, and he takes 10 minus x liters. Okay, so I have actually carefully chosen these two values because adding these two, what we are left with is 10 liter. Okay, and the solution, that is the last solution that we will be having in, have 10 liter as volume. Okay, so let's see. So how we can convert this what problem to an algebraic problem? Because at the end what you will be having is 50% alcohol with 110 liter solution. So pure alcohol will be pure alcohol in J3. J3 jar 3 will be equal to what? 0.5 into 10, that is equal to 5. So 5 liter, right? So 5 liter of pure alcohol. So the same amount of alcohol must have come from here. So how much alcohol would have come from what? The J1. So this is equal to x into 0. So since J1 have what? 40% alcohol solution, so it will be 0.4. Okay, and J2 have 70% alcohol solution, it will be what? 0.7 into 10 minus x. Okay, so adding these two, what will be left with us is it will be what? So it will be 0.4 into x is equal to, so 0.4x minus, so it will be what? 0.7 minus 0.7x. Okay, so plus 7. So what we are left with is, so this implies that 5 is equal to what? So 5 is equal to minus 0.3x plus 7. So this implies that 0.3x is actually equal to what? 2. So this implies that x is equal to 2 by 0.3. That will be 2 by 3 by 10. So it will be 20 by 3. Okay, so x will be this much. So how much will be 10 minus x? So 10 minus x will be 10 minus 20 by 3. So that will be 30 minus 20 by 3. That will be 10 by 3. Okay, so let's go forward and see the step-by-step solution. So understanding the question, imagine F is filled with 40% blue color and B is filled with 70% blue color. Okay, so alcohol from jar A will be 0.40x and alcohol from jar B will be 0.70 into 10 minus x if we set up this kind of scenario. Okay, so together these should make up the half of the 10 liter solution, that is equal to 5. So 0.4, so it will be what? 0.4 x plus 0.7, so it will be 7 minus 0.7x is equal to 5. So this implies that minus 0.3x is equal to minus 2. So this implies that x is equal to 2 by what? 3. So into 10, that is equal to 20 by 3. Okay, so what will be left with us is, so x will be 6.67 because 20 by 3 is equal to 6.67, and the amount of alcohol from the other one will be 3.33. Okay, so basically at the end what we need is x liters. Where from here? So 6.67 liter of what? 40% alcohol solution. 40% alcohol solution and what? 3.33 liter of 70% alcohol solution. Okay, so this kind of scenario is required so that you could get what? 10 liter solution with 50% alcohol. Okay, so let's try to see problem number 3. So a chemist has two alcohol solutions. One solution is 20% alcohol and the other is what? 60% alcohol. So he wants to make a 30 liter mixture, that is 36% alcohol. So how many liters of each solution should he mix together? Okay, so one solution is what? 20% alcohol and the other is 60% alcohol. Okay, so what do we want to do? So let's try to imagine the same similar kind of scenario. So we have a jar 1, so let it be jar 1. Okay, so let it be jar 2. Okay, so what jar 1 holds is, it holds what? 20% alcohol solution. Okay, and jar 2 holds what? So it holds 60% alcohol solution. So you have another jar. Okay, let it be jar 3. So let it be jar 3. Okay, so what you do is, so you have what, let's denote this 20% alcohol solution with circles, small circles, okay, and 60% alcohol solution with crosses. Okay, so what you do is you take something from here, some parts from here, and some parts from here, and you mix them here. So what you have here is mixture of both. Okay, so this is what you have. So let's say you take x from here and 30 minus x from here, from J2. Okay, so you must be wondering why x and 30 minus x. Similarly, as we have done from the previous question, so why we took this kind of, because summing these two, what we are left with is the 30-liter mixture. So we want only 30-liter solution here. So that is why we have choose right this. So 30 minus x plus x is equal to 30. Okay, so what we do next is, let's try to see how much pure alcohol is there. So 0.3 into, so 0.36 into 30, right? So 0.36 into 30, that is equal to 3.6 into 3. So this will be equal to, so it will be 0.8. Okay, this much liter of pure alcohol will be there. So this will be what? Equated with what? What amount of pure alcohol has come from here and what amount of pure alcohol has come from here. So it will be what? So x into 0.2 plus 0.6 into what? 30 minus x. So solving this equation, so 10.8 is equal to, given that 0.2x minus 0.6x, so 0.6 into 30. Okay, so 3 into 6 is equal to what? 18. So it will be 18. So this implies that 0.4x is equal to 7.2. This implies that x is equal to 7.2 by 0.4, that is equal to 72 by 4. So it will be equal to what? So 72 by 4, so it will be 36 by 2, it will be 18, right? So x is 18, x is equal to 18, so this is equal to this minus 18 is equal to what? 12. Okay, so what you need is, you need 20% alcohol solution 18 liter and 60% alcohol solution 12 liter, so that you could get a 30-liter mixture that has 36% alcohol in it. Okay, so let's go forward and see the step-by-step solution. So understand the question. So similar way you can do it. Okay, we have done it in what? By taking blend of two type of milk. Okay, so here I have took jar and exact as alcohol, but you can also imagine what, you have milk with different fat percentage, and you can blend it and get the similar kind of algebraic equations. That is, alcohol from 20% solution will be this much, alcohol from 60% solution will be this much, right? So then what you get is, you get this algebraic equation, that is we have also derived right here. Okay, so solving for y, you can solve and get that 0.40y is equal to minus 7.2, so it will be y is equal to 18. So the chemist should mix 18 liters of 20% solution with 12 liters of 60% solution. So that will be the correct answer. Let's go for problem number 4. So in a winery, 80 liters of 40% alcohol wine is mixed with 120 liters of 60% alcohol wine. So what is the alcohol of the resultant mixture? So you have two jar, let's say. Okay, so you have jar 1, J1, and again you have jar 2. Okay, so you have alcohol with what? 40% solution. So 40% alcohol solution. Okay, so in jar 2 what you have? You have 60% alcohol solution. Okay, so here you have circles. Okay, let's denote them by circles and denote these by crosses. Okay, so what you do is, you take another jar, that is J3, and what you do is you mix them together, right? This is something like that. Okay, so you mix them together. So what is there is, it says that you have 120 liters of this. Okay, and you have what? Actually 40 liter. You have 80 liter of this one, that is J1. J1 has 40 liters of what? 80 liter of 40% solution and 120 liter of 60% solution. So what we do is, we add all of them to this one. Okay, so what will be the resultant concentration of alcohol? Okay, so how we can measure the concentration? Because concentration is equal to what? Pure amount by mixture amount. right? So we want to calculate the pure alcohol amount. So how much pure alcohol comes from this? So it will be 80 into its concentration in percentage to decimal form. So it will be 0.4. That is added up with what? 60%. So 0.6 into what? How many amount? 120. So 120. So it will be what? 80 into 4 by 10 plus 6 by 10 into 120. So what we are left with is 8 into 4, that is equal to what? 32, plus 6 into 12, that is equal to 72, right? So 72 plus 32 is equal to 104 this much. So this will be equal to 104 liter of pure alcohol, right? So divided by what? Total number of mixture or amount of mixture, that is equal to 120 plus 80. So 120 plus 80. So that will be 104 by, so it will be 104 by what? 200. So this is equal to 52 by 100. So it is also said at 52%. Okay. So the concentration of alcohol in the resultant mixture will be 52%. Okay. So let's go forward and see the solution. So volume of alcohol in the first one, that is pure alcohol. Okay. So this alcohol here is pure. So it will be 40% into 80 liters. That is equal to what? So 40 by 100 into 80. So cancelling zeros, what we are left with is 32. Okay. We have also derived right here that we have what? 32 liter of pure alcohol from 40% alcohol solution with 80 liters amount. Okay. And we have what? 72 liters of pure alcohol from 120 liter of 60% alcohol solution. Okay. Volume of pure alcohol again. In the second one will be 60% of 120 liters is equal to 72 liters. So total alcohol in the mixture is equal to 32 plus 72 is equal to 104 liter, and total mixture volume is equal to 200 liter. So alcohol concentration is equal to 104 by 200 into 100. It is 52%. Okay. Let's go forward with problem number 5. So you have 10 liter container of a solution with 40% alcohol content. So how many liters of pure alcohol should you add to this solution to make it 60% alcohol solution? So what you have here is 10 liter container. So you have a container with capacity 10 liter. Okay. So let it be named as A. Okay. So what it have is 40 liter alcohol content. So 40% alcohol concentration. Okay. That is what it have. So how many liters of pure alcohol should you add to what? Add to this solution to make it 60% alcohol solution. Okay. So you add some pure alcohol here. So pure alcohol to get what? 60% alcohol solution. Okay. So let's first see how much alcohol does it have. Okay. So 0.4 into 10 is equal to the amount of pure alcohol it holds initially. So it will be what? 4 liter. So what we do is we add some pure alcohol to it. So we have added X liters of pure alcohol. So how much will be the total amount? So it will be what? 10 plus X. So this is given as what? 60%, right? So this is given as 60 by 100. So this implies that it will be what? 4 plus X. So 400 plus 100X. Okay. So 400 plus 100X is equal to 600 plus 60X. So solving it further, what will be left with us is, so solving this algebraically, so 40X is equal to 200. This implies X is equal to what? 200 by 40 is equal to 5. So X is equal to 5. So we have to mix 5 liter of alcohol to it. Okay. So that we could get what? 60% alcohol solution. And the resultant mixture will be of 15 liters because we have added 5 liters of alcohol. So let's see the step-by-step solution. So to make a 10 liter solution with 60% alcohol, you need to determine how many liters of pure alcohol should be added to the existing 40% solution. Okay. So the equation for the total amount of alcohol in the mixture will be at 0.4 into 10 plus 1.00 because you will be adding 100% pure alcohol. So that is why it is added multiplied with 1.00. So this is equal to what? 0.60 into 10 plus X. Solving for X, what we are left with? This solution. Okay. So it is actually 0.4. Okay. No, it is right. That is okay. 0.4X is equal to what? Is equal to 2. So this implies that X is equal to 5. Okay. So X is equal to 2 by 0.4, that is equal to 5. So you need what? 5 liters of pure alcohol to the existing solution to add. So let's see problem number 6. So a chemist has two solutions, one containing 20% sulfuric acid. So you have sulfuric acid right here, and the other containing 50% of sulfuric acid. Okay. So how many milliliters of each solution should be mixed to make a 500 milliliters of 30% sulfuric acid solution? Okay. So you have again two jars, right? This is what? Jar A with 20% sulfuric acid concentration, and you have a jar B that is with what? So this has 20% and this has 50% of sulfuric acid solution or concentration, let's say. Okay, so you will be what? You have another jar, and what you want to have is you want to get some from here and some from here and add it to here. Okay, let's denote this 20% as X. Okay, and this 50% solution with circles. Okay, so what you will be having here is circles and crosses. Okay, so the resulting mixture should be of what? 500 milliliters, right? 500 ml. So what you will do? So what we will do is we will take X from here and 500 minus X from here. Okay, so let's see how much do you need from A and B to make a 30% sulfuric acid solution. So let's say first 30% sulfuric acid solution in 500 milliliter will be what? How much amount of pure sulfuric acid do you need? So 0.3 into 500, that will be equal to, so 30. It will be 30 ml. Okay, so this much amount. So what we need to do? So this must be equal to what? So this must be equal to how much come from here? Pure sulfuric acid has come from here and from here. So let's try to determine it. So X into 0.2 plus 500 minus X into 0.5. So this is equal to 0.2x minus 0.5x plus, so it will be what? So 250. So this implies that what? So this will be minus 0.3x is equal to minus 220. Okay, so solving this further, we can derive that is X is equal to what? So it will be 220 by 2200 by 3. Okay, so this much amount. So let's go forward and see the solution. So let's X with the milliliter of 20% sulfuric acid solution. Okay, so 500 minus X milliliters from 50% of sulfuric acid would be used. So write the equation for the total amount of sulfuric acid. Okay, so this is equal to what? So this will be equal to 150, right? So this should be 150 right here. Okay, so this should be 150. So it would be what? It would be, so 150 minus 250 equal to, this should be 100. So 33 ml. Okay, so the answer will be, so X is equal to 100 by 0.30. So 333.33 approximately will be the answer. Okay, so 500 minus X will be what? So 500 minus X will be 334. So it would be what? 164. So 163.67. So this much will be the other part. Okay, 166.67 milliliters of the 50% sulfuric acid solution and 333.33 milliliter of 20% sulfuric acid solution will be there. Okay, so by doing all these kind of problems, so we have known that how we can actually simplify complex problems into simple algebraic equations. Okay, using simple basic concepts. So mixture alligation is nothing but a very easy topic. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to just convert these word problems to algebraic equation and solve for the unknowns. Okay, and it will be very easy to do. So I think by doing this variety of problems, you have got a better grip at the concepts. So that's enough for now. Thank you.